Good evening, my friends. Tonight's shave is from the water closet in my brother's basement. Literally 3 feet from here to there. There's a tiny little sink. I'll show you a picture here in a second. We're using Triumph by Sterling. This is a wife's choice. She wanted me to bring it up here to Chicago. We're using a Friendship shaving Macy brush. It's a Frank shaving synthetic. And tonight, in solidarity with Nurse Dave, I'm using my Razor Rock GameChanger. This is a .84, I think is what this one is. This is the .84. He's got the cutest little sink in here. It's only about 8 inches depth from the wall to the front of the and there's no mirror, so I'm using the viewfinder of or the screen of my iPad to see what I'm doing to get the shave in. It's now about 8:30 on Thanksgiving night. Been a busy day. Been cooking all day and everybody's tired. And I'm just wanting to get a little bit of whisker reduction so that my mask will seal. And I'm itching, starting to itch a little bit, so it's time to knock it down. There's a nice flare in the lens because he's got a super strong LED bulb in a socket right next to my left ear. So we'll see how this all turns out without making a horrid mess in here. Okay. He has 2 safety dogs, both terrier. They're cute little dogs, terrier mixes. They don't bark much though. They're super friendly. One though has had, I've never heard of this before, but one of them has torn out the ACL on both of its poor little knees, so it's walking around with bandage on both of her hind legs, which in itself wouldn't be so funny, but they're green and yellow, the Green Bay colors, and of course that can't go unridiculed. Being in the north part of Chicago, you'd think at least they would be Bears colors. Not a lot better, but you know, still. Okay. That probably is enough to get me through the night, but I'm gonna do at least one more pass. For me, this 8.4 is really does a pretty good job. I don't have any problems with irritation. It just seems to like me. But in case it should, I was able to order a 0.64, no, 0.68 pleat from Italian barber. he had it laying in his toolbox and he sold it to me. So if that should ever become a problem, I'm set for that. Like the flare in this display, I can just barely see I might as well be doing this with no mirror. That would be an interesting shave. And see if I miss anything. Pass 2 is down. See if we can do pass 3 with equal aplomb. It's not particularly cold up here. It was terribly windy when we came up yesterday. My Miata is pretty aerodynamic, but it's small and very lightweight. And we were getting some powerful crosswinds coming across Indiana. So it made going under underpasses kind of tricky. And anytime a truck would pass us, because for some of the trip, Christy wanted to drive. So she drove from just north of Indianapolis to Gary, and then she went ahead and drove through the city, which was in itself a trick. There's apparently construction or something going on downtown, but we were hung up in traffic for a couple hours, which is a trick with the car with the manual transmission. So my poor clutch is now thoroughly broken in. Next car will have to have an automatic if we're going to bring it up through that kind of traffic. Well, that was pretty quick and easy. 7 minutes for 3 strokes or 3 passes. I don't really need to clean up much. This is a pretty efficient razor. And I didn't use a bowl, so all I gotta do is rinse out my brush, put the Triumph soap back and the lid back on, and I brought witch hazel with me. That's all I really planned on using. I think I got some other aftershaves in my bag. This is the same dot kit I took with me on the cruise, so there's probably other aftershaves in there. Flick my brush out into the rest of the basement. We had a smoked turkey today that he bought at Costco, and it was a tremendously good turkey. I was surprised. Wow, he's got hot water in his water heater. I just heated it up in the roaster to 100 and I think we decided on 130 degrees or something like that, to allow it to, the hotter meat on the outside to warm the rest of it up. And it turned out juicy and good. It's mostly just really nice to be together with my baby brother for the holidays. It's too bad my older brother couldn't make it, but he's traveling. His father-in-law is quite ill, so he's with his wife, keeping watch on him. That's all tonight's shave. Sterling is, well, pretty much as close to an autopilot shave, and with the GameChanger razor, I'm as close to a baby butt smooth as it gets without extreme measures. This is going to dry down just fine. So I'm Major Rich. You can see my from here down, but I'm Major Rich on the Shaving Cadre. Thank you for coming to join me. I'm glad you were able to join me on the road, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye now.